I'm Review My RV, and every week we're throwing open the doors to the newest, most jaw-dropping motorhomes before they even hit the dealership lot. If it's fresh, innovative, and rev-ready, we're reviewing it. Let's dive in. Friend, pull up a comfy chair, because what Mercedes-Benz is cooking for 2026 has me buzzing like a generator on a mountain pass. The idea of an S-Class motorhome sounds almost like a daydream whispered into a design studio. But here we are, watching that whisper turn into something with wheels, presence, and enough quiet confidence to make other luxury RVs sit up a little straighter. So let's drift right into it, smoothly, the way only a machine wearing the S-Class badge would. You know how every few years a motorhome shows up that feels less like a new model and more like a declaration? Mercedes seems to be doing exactly that. It's as if they said, let's take the comfort, technology, and dignity of the S-Class sedan, this rolling lounge of serenity, and stretch that aura into a full-blown home on wheels. And the result? Well, it's like seeing a penthouse decide it wants to travel. At first glance, the 2026 S-Class motorhome has that unmistakable Mercedes confidence. Not loud, not aggressively sculpted, just a kind of quiet, self-assured elegance, the kind that makes every panel look intentional. The body is long, clean, almost as if it's been carved by a breeze that refuses to leave fingerprints. Mercedes has kept the proportions graceful, avoiding that bus with chrome vibe some luxury coaches fall into. Instead, it stands there like a yacht that somehow found four wheels and decided land travel was worth trying. The lighting signatures are pure S-Class DNA, thin strokes of LED that seem to blink with a gentle awareness, like the vehicle already knows where it's headed. The grille, wide, but not ostentatious. A polished shield, not a billboard. There are subtle chrome touches here and there, just enough to remind you that yes, this is still Mercedes territory, where restraint is its own kind of flex. And the wheels, oh, the wheels. They've gone for a turbine-style design that feels almost alive when it spins, like the vehicle has its own quiet heartbeat. Wrapped around them are chunky all-terrain tires, a hint that this model isn't just some pretty boulevard cruiser. Mercedes clearly wants you to know the S-Class motorhome is built for places where the pavement ends and adventure begins. What's pushing it? A hybrid powertrain, and not just any hybrid setup. It's Mercedes' latest generation of plug-in hybrid architecture. More torque, more efficiency, and more silent power than previous iterations. The idea here is simple. Glide through cities on electric mode, roll down highways with hybrid ease, and tackle dirt trails with the kind of low-end muscle electric motors deliver so well. And honestly, that combination just works for the way RVers travel today. Quiet mornings at the campsite, zero emission creeping through parks, enough total range to take the long way around, just because the sky looks poetic that day. Mercedes claims improved off-road capability thanks to an adaptive suspension borrowed from their upper-tier SUVs. Think of it as a bed of air under your wheels, constantly reading the road and adjusting the ride so you're never rattled like ice in a cup. Even uneven gravel tracks start feeling like a gravel-themed massage rather than a punishment. For an S-Class motorhome, that checks out. Luxury should follow you everywhere, not just on smooth tarmac. But let's open the door, because oh boy, that's where the real magic is hiding. The moment you step inside, you're met with that instant S-Class hush. Mercedes engineers have always treated silence as a precious material, and here it sits thick in the air like velvet. The cabin greets you with warm lighting that seems to bloom rather than switch on. They've leaned into minimalism, but the kind of minimalism that still feels pampered. No clutter, no clunky fixtures, just surfaces that glide, slide, and open with the obedient softness of a well-trained instrument. The front cockpit feels like a lounge for two. Massive screens blend seamlessly across the dash, but not in a showy way. They look more like art pieces that happen to deliver maps, vehicle stats, and entertainment. The steering wheel is stitched in that buttery leather Mercedes seems to keep in a private vault somewhere. The seats, imagine a chair that remembers every good nap you've ever had and improves on it. They're fully adjustable, heated, cooled, massaging, and wrapped in materials that feel like cloud-grade upholstery. Move further back, and the space widens into something that feels impossible for a motorhome built on such elegantly compact proportions. Mercedes has used every angle, every shadow, every reflective surface to create a sense of openness. Even the cabinetry blends into the walls like a whisper, sliding out silently with soft close mechanics that feel almost therapeutic. The living area carries that same S-Class design language: organic curves, dark wood accents, a hint of brushed metal, and ambient lighting that wraps around the space like a warm embrace. There's a sofa that morphs into a bed with the kind of efficiency a magician would applaud. A small dining setup folds neatly into place, perfect for breakfast with a view or a late-night tea ritual. The kitchen area is compact but absurdly premium. Induction cooktop, hidden microwave, sink with a faucet that looks more sculptural than functional, but of course, it's very functional. Storage drawers open like they're gliding on air. Even the fridge feels elegant, humming quietly under a panel that matches the walls. And the bathroom, this is where Mercedes steps up with a kind of confidence only the S-Class can justify. Full standing shower with rainfall mode, heated floor, vanity mirror with halo lighting that makes you look at least 17% more rested than you actually are. A toilet that feels more like a throne than a fixture. And yes, everything is trimmed in materials that feel high-end without being flashy. Move to the rear, and the bedroom feels like a boutique hotel suite hidden at the end of a curving hallway. Memory foam mattress, backlit headboard, smart glass windows that chin themselves at your command, letting you switch from mountain sunrise mode to privacy cocoon mode with a tap. Every surface is soft, tactile, inviting. It's the kind of room where you can easily forget you're in a moving vehicle until you remember it, and suddenly you feel like you're getting away with something incredible. Tech-wise, the S-Class Motorhome is packed, but none of it overwhelms you. A central control interface lets you manage lighting, temperature, blinds, water tanks, battery levels, even aroma settings if you want a subtle pine or lavender mist drifting through the cabin. The voice assistant responds naturally, almost conversationally. Ask for a cooler cabin, softer lights, or a stargazing lighting preset, and it complies like a patient butler. Mercedes has added solar panels to the roof, sleek, flush, barely noticeable. They sip sunlight during the day, topping up your auxiliary batteries so you can run lights and small appliances without touching the generator. The whisper-quiet hybrid generator kicks in only when needed, and even then the sound is muted, like a satisfied sigh rather than a roar. When it comes to pricing, well, let's be honest. An S-Class motorhome isn't meant to float with affordability. It's positioned more like a luxury lifestyle statement on wheels. And early estimates put it higher than traditional high-end Class B and Class C options, but still under the massive Class A coaches from American brands. Think of it as paying for the Mercedes experience, not just the badge, but that curated sense of calm, polish, and comfort they engineer into everything. Compared to past Mercedes motorhomes, the 2026 version is a different creature altogether. Older models felt like campers wearing fancy jackets. This one feels like it was designed from the ground up to be an S-Class first and a motorhome second. The materials, the silence, the lighting, the tech, it's all unmistakably Mercedes, just stretched across a larger canvas. Previous models were great. This one feels like a promise kept. You can tell Mercedes wants this machine to be less about going camping and more about bringing your sanctuary with you. That shift in philosophy is what sets the 2026 S-Class motorhome apart from everything before it. It's not trying to be rugged, though it can be. It's not trying to be flashy, though it absolutely turns heads. It's trying to create a moving sanctuary, something that can float you through landscapes without demanding anything from you except that you enjoy the ride. As an enthusiast, I'm excited because this moves the whole RV industry forward. Luxury brands dipping into motorhomes isn't new, but Mercedes diving in with their flagship DNA is a totally different energy. It raises expectations. It tells other manufacturers, look what's possible if you stop thinking of RVs as boxes and start thinking of them as experiences. And that's exactly what hits me as the heart of the 2026 S-Class motorhome. It doesn't just want to take you somewhere. It wants to carry you, gently, confidently, stylishly, into whatever horizon calls your name. Whether it's a winding coastal road, a quiet lakeside campsite, or a long, empty stretch of desert highway, this motorhome feels ready to glide through it all with calm certainty. Honestly, I can already imagine pulling into a remote overlook at sunset. The lights inside automatically shift to this warm golden hue. The panoramic windows soften their tint. The scent system sends out a gentle forest aroma. You sit back on that plush sofa, stretch your legs, and listen to the silence, Mercedes silence. Outside, the world keeps spinning. Inside, time seems to slow just enough for you to take a breath you didn't know you needed. That's what the S-Class badge has always promised, an escape wrapped in dignity. And now, that promise has wheels tall enough to take you anywhere. If the production model stays true to what we're seeing now, the 2026 Mercedes S-Class Motorhome might just become the new benchmark for compact luxury travel. It blends tradition, innovation, comfort, and capability into one long, gleaming package. And honestly, I can't wait to see these rolling sanctuaries glide onto highways around the world, turning ordinary trips into something a little more cinematic. So that's the look, the feel, and the soul of the upcoming 2026 S-Class Motorhome, Mercedes' most serene adventure machine yet. And trust me, if this thing ever ends up in your driveway, you're not just going places. You're going there beautifully. If you love seeing the absolute newest motorhome technology and design, you need to be part of the Review My RV family. Hit that subscribe button and the notification bell so you don't miss the next big reveal. Thanks for watching, and I'll catch you on the open road.